action research is actually a style of research rather than a specific method. And this contains different cycles of identifying the goal first. Find out what is the aim or the goal of the research. 2. Devise a plan. 3. Carrying out the plan. 4. Assessing the outcomes. Then 5. Revising and changing the plan according to the needs and according to the outcome also. And finally, 6th one, widening the goal of your research. These cyclical steps are there in action research. Actually, it is a methodology or a research methodology which integrates action and reflection both, so that the knowledge gained with the inquiry is directly relevant to issues being studied. There should be some relation between the two. It is not just any research for getting a PhD or something like that. The knowledge gained and the inquiry as well as the issues which we are studying, this has got a direct relationship. It helps the individual practitioners to develop skills of reflective practice. That is very essential for any healthcare practitioner, whether it be music therapist or any therapist. This is actually needed. To help the organization and the members of the organization to develop a culture of inquiry and emphasize on full integration of action and reflection, on increased collaboration between all those who are involved in the inquiry project. Now, this is actually what is an action research is. It is not just a action, it's not just a research as well. It is actually a integration of action and reflection, so that the issues are all studied, covered. Now, the interpretation of the evidences you get in the research. First thing is that you should not jump into conclusions. You try to distinguish between the promising advances reported in scientific news and public health recommendations. Then keep your skepticism in working order. Notice where the information is coming from. Is it coming from a reliable source or not? Then use your own logic and common sense before coming to a conclusion. Be wary when studies are cited to sell you the product. People who try to sell the product, they may not be the correct people to approach. There is no need to sell your product. If it is a correct project, if it is good for the people, if it is good for the world, there is no need for selling it. There is no need for marketing it. It will come to light when the correct time comes. So there is no need to sell. If somebody comes to you with selling projects, be avoid them. Then scientific studies gather evidence in a systematic way, but they seldom prove anything. A proof means it indicates or suggests and is not a dramatic proof of anything. It suggests that this is, or it is indicates, but it doesn't show that this is a dramatic proof of anything. This is not a cinema or drama. It is real life. So if somebody says that I will make you, your body will not die anytime. Is that possible? No, the body will decay, it will die. But if somebody says that you will be able to lead a happy, contented life, that is possible. So that is difference, is the impossibilities are not the things. Now, another thing is that it means that when, especially in a medical case, all the people may not be saved by the same treatment. It will differ in different people. And the actions also differ in different people because the conditions are different. The person's environment is different. Like so, everybody will not get the same result. So there are some things that we have to think about. These guidelines will help us understand where our scientific proofs are leading us, especially in case of the healing art. We are our own guides, our own healers, and our own decision makers, not others. So keep in mind these things when you go to any healthcare. But now another question that you may ask, are there any job opportunities that we are creating with the music therapy project? Because India needs job opportunities for so many people, you know. Are we providing that for the nation as such by such a project? Now, the new workforce created as music therapists can work as health assistants in hospitals, in teaching institutions, as caregivers, as teachers, research assistants, and in daycare centers, in old age clinics, everywhere they can work. This will not be as a substitute for regular doctors. Don't think that a music therapist is a substitute for a regular professional doctor. No, it is not. But it is a support system to give more time for the client so that the history, the material collected by the music therapist, etc., will be of much use to the clinician for his or her clinical planning and the client satisfaction. Those things every doctor wants to have. No? In a busy schedule of clinical practice, I have been working in a government medical college. I know how busy the doctors are there, especially in the clinical practice. In a busy schedule of clinical practice, a doctor will find this support to better his or her clinical hospital oriented practice, to integrate with the client family oriented practice, and that will give him or her better results with the regular clinical practice. So it benefits the doctor as well, not only the client, not only for the people who are getting a job, that is not only the music therapists, not only the clients, but all the doctors are being benefited by this. So this is not for one person or for one group, it is for everybody. That is the most important thing that I want to tell about this. At the same time, the human resources of the nation is being mobilized for better health care through family, client, or community, social oriented narrative medicine practices and integrated and collaborative teamwork. This will bring arts and sciences on a common platform, integrating music and medicine, no? Integrating art and science, both for the betterment of the human values and social research. So my project has got all these things why I am saying these things is that there is a doubt regarding how this will work in a hospital situation, whether the doctors will like this. Doctors will never think a music therapist to be a rival, no? Because they are only a supportive system. They can never replace a medical doctor. So there won't be any problem, and most of the doctors are in love with music, no doubt about it. So there will not be any problem in integration if you use music therapy. Then musicians and music graduates, postgraduates, etc., will get opportunities to serve the nation in a mass scale for their own as well as the community's welfare. See, now the music students, music postgraduates, whatever, they go to stages and perform, and if they get money, okay, and fame also, okay. Sometimes it will not get anything, Just it will go on like that. They are not serving the nation but themselves. These people are serving themselves, but even that is not possible for many of them. See, what a pathetic situation that is. On the other hand, their art is very valuable for the nation. How can we utilize it? If you give opportunities to serve the nation, to serve the clients, to serve the needy in a mass scale on their own, for the sake of community's welfare, people will bless them and they will be also having a satisfied life. All these things are important for the human resources development of the nation. So the support of the musicians, support of the doctors, support of the public, everything will be there. Suppose we start this as a nationalized program, and this is actually for world peace also. Music is the most peaceful occupation. So for world peace also this will be of use. Socio-political as well as a spiritual upliftment by linking art and science, integrating the right and left hemispheres of human beings. This is possible through music therapy, and this music can function both as a diagnostic and therapeutic tool simultaneously. So the strength on which I can recommend music therapy at a national level, I can say that the strength of recommendation is directly based on category 1 evidence. Category 1 evidence means meta-analysis of RCT from it at least one RCT. That is possible. Then the second is directly based on category 2 evidence or extrapolated recommendation from category 1 evidence. Now these things are all technical terms. I don't think that it is useful for the audience here. Anyway, those things are I have discussed all these in the book. I don't want to discuss these too much of technical terms in the video. Now anyway, there is enough strength of recommendation for music therapy and for the integration of healthcare modalities. India has a traditional individual and group music therapy. Already it is there. The integration of it into the national healthcare system as a valuable link to integrate all other systems has not happened so far. We try to integrate indigenous medicines and yoga with modern medicine, but all these people are having some problem between each other. But if you introduce music therapy can be used by the yoga, music therapy can be used by the Ayurveda people, and music therapy can be used by the modern medicine people, and all these people should be asked to do data collection and research methods followed by the Western medicine. So if you do this, the integration will be easier and more useful also. So the guidance and control and accreditation has to be done, and then start doing as a national program. It will be easier to integrate.